So what would that look like if you couldn't go this big at first? If all you could get was a single shared server and that was it, and you said, that's all I can get right now. All right, here's what it would be like. You would get 12 domains from us, 12 templates, all right, like domain one. All right, this is the idea. You get, you know, maybe you'd even get one and then just a bunch of variations, but you're trying to set up a program for people. All right, so then every month that they pay you or do their backlinks, you're going to create another stack of links for them. So maybe your first guy signs up from Chicago. Either he's paying you or doing the backlinks. They're both worth money to you because they're going to drive traffic. So you give them chicago.domain1.com, whatever your domain is. Okay, so you created 1,000 pages for that guy in Chicago. Next month when he pays, he's paying for growth. I said that before, right? But at the same time, guess what? You found some other guy from Denver, okay? So he's paying you or getting the backlinks. And then the next month that the Chicago guy pays and the Denver guy pays, and you got some other guy from Atlanta, okay? And then the next month, the Chicago guy is paying. You know, everybody's paying, right? Chicago pays, Denver pays, Atlanta pays. They're all paying for growth, right? And you get San Diego. Get it? And you're creating projects for them. How's that look with different models really quick moving forward? Look at this. Say you're some months in, 8. If all you got was a guy a month at $200 each, then by the 8th month, it's 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 200, 400, 600, 1,600. By the way, that's if all you got was a guy a month. I do not get why it would take you a month to get a guy. You should be able to get a guy every couple of days. Okay, you should be able to have 15 paying you $200 a month or backlinks easily within the first month. Okay, like a guy every other day. I don't know why you would have any trouble doing that. And I don't care how many of them are paying you cash right away, because what you're getting is the growth benefit of all those backlinks, which is worth money. Believe it or not, it's going to lead to a lot of money. Why? Because these front ends, the front pages on all these domains are yours. These are the subdomains. Chicago.domain1.com. So people go to Chicago. Right? Because they're looking on Google and they see that, then they can go buying from that guy. But it's really your front page, right? So your domain is getting all the juice from all of these things because they're all on your domain. So this is where you sell your stuff on the front pages, okay? By the way, if this guy goes, hey, can I make it look like my domain by getting a domain name? Yeah, no problem. They can go get a GoDaddy domain name for $10 and point it at their subdomain on your server. Google will figure out what's going on. Google always does. And so Google realizes this domain's getting the juice from the actions using that domain, okay? So it's not an issue. It's still going to get you juice, all right? So you're going to get some people paying you and a lot of people getting you juice, okay, every month. And that's on each of your websites that are pitching you. This is how you make yourself a lot of money from sales, by letting other people help you make your money in the act of making themselves money because you gave them the free benefit or the nice benefit, even if they're renting from you. They either rent or they do Goodwill. Get it? They're both money. And some people would, if you think everybody would rather do one than the other, you're wrong. Well, I can't say the proportions because it's really going to come down to the industry you're in. Brick and mortar guys don't have time. They don't have time to go do backlinks, but they do have money. So they would rather pay you. Very few are going to go get backlinks. Very many are going to pay you. Okay, that's all right. You're going to always find other guys willing to do backlinks. Just anyone who doesn't have enough money, right? But then MLM programs, most of those guys are broke, right? Everyone I know joining an MLM program, 90% of them don't have any real money. That's why they're in the MLM program, right? And you're trying to shepherd them along and help them out. Okay? Most of them are going to be willing to do the elbow grease to avoid paying you. Okay, so the industry is going to affect the outcome. This is why it's good to do different projects, by the way. Get different income streams going. Okay, now some guys can just start bigger. They already have members, downline, or they have affiliates, or they have referrers, or they have franchisees, and so they're going to buy these 12 domains, one per month. You know, that's the point. Every month somebody pays. This is a year-long program of growth. We talked about this before. And so they're just going to launch on a webinar and start selling hard to all their guys. So they'll have like 50 buyers the first month. Okay, that's 50 times 200, you know, for example. So that's 10,000. All right. Then the next month they get another 10,000 in payment. So they create, backlinks for all those guys here. Heck, it's worth it. They got paid 10 grand. Sure, they'll do that. But they also got 30 more guys who were stragglers. They wanted to pay but couldn't afford it, but now they're starting, or they had questions, but now they're ready to go. Okay? Because when they pitched it in the first place, probably 300 people heard it or something. Who knows? All their members, downline, whatever. They're going to make that word known to everyone. So first month they get 50. Next month they get 80. Next month they get 50, 80, 100. So by the time you got $200 times 100, you're up to 20,000 a month. So you started at 10,000 a month. Within a couple of months, you're, up to 20,000 a month. Okay, like literally by month 3, it would be 100. It would be 20,000 a month. Okay, and you're already going to get from that. That's 100. If you do a re-op, is $100 to stay in your program once a year to keep up. Well, then that's another 10 grand at the end of the year just to cap it off. Okay, so this is huge. All right, I just want you to understand the value of that. Okay, some guys don't have a group that big, but they're just going to launch harder. The faster you go in the beginning, the more you make consistently from the repeat sales, right? So for people, this is a growth pattern. For you, it's just recurring income. How do you make something like this happen? Well, you go to the website, okay, and you go to the services, all right, and you buy this, and you buy a few of these, and that's all you really need to do, okay? For those of you who say, I want to do my own elbow grease, all right, because you don't have this yet and you want to start easier, go to website store, scroll down, buy a bunch of these that stand out to you, 12 of them. If you get one hosting account for $50 and one panel for 120, it's 180, all right, then all you need to do is buy a bunch of these, okay? So if you bought a bunch of these, most of them were like 19 bucks, some are 29 bucks. Maybe you got an extreme one in there. Let's say the average was 29 bucks, and you got 29 bucks times 12 or so, that's 30. That's like 360. Well, still 360 plus, what do we say, 180, 460, 540, sets you up. 540 bucks is a starter program. That'll be enough for you to roll with this. And the only other thing you need are domain names. Okay, so it'd be 540 plus, domain names. And so there you go. So what is that? 640, 660, about 650 or so, 680. It just depends on the templates you get, right? But there you go. That's a massively powerful way to begin an expansion program where literally you're giving other people access to pages for free, even so they backlink you so that you can make a bunch of money on your own. And it's a growth program that makes them all happy so they keep doing their job. So even if this guy never paid you, if all he did was get 20 backlinks to you and then another 20, another 20, he's going to get a bunch that are in Chicago to start with, but then he's going to run out of, he's not going to see anymore pretty soon. So then he's going to be going national. They're like Chicago, Chicago, Illinois, Illinois, the national. You get it? What happens when you got this guy, Denver, Colorado, national. You get it? That's really what's possible with all this. Okay, and you just keep laying up more people. Once you have awesome websites and you start offering it to people for free, effectively, they just need to get a GoDaddy domain name and then do some work to benefit themselves, which just happens to benefit you. That's how you get huge.